T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Own it, own it, own it, Kong. I own it. It did.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet.
What's up? We are here, back like we never left. Shaw's Dynamite Dolls. It's Mika and Al. We are here to do the things that we are here to do. Talk about Dynamite. How you feeling today, friend?
I am great. I am ready. I changed. I thought this was a great Dynamite. So much happened. I'm ready. Tears were shed. I was shocked. I was happy. I felt all the emotions in Dynamite tonight. And I'm happy I got to watch Dynamite because wrestling's been a little weird lately. So
Right.
I'm very excited to be in a different realm.
Joseph is coming in hot. This is spicy for a different reason. I was just about to ask, what are we feeling about the spice level of the episode?
Ooh, we need like a
level. A little graphic, a little spice scale we can throw up there. What do you think we were? What you think?
You know, I think it's a mild spice. We set up a lot of Dynamite, Double or Nothing matches. There was a lot of spicy moments, a lot of spicy things said.
Yeah, because it got really spicy during that Jericho segment, and it got really spicy during the Starks and Hobbs segment too.
That was spicy.
It got a little.
So it's flavorful.
Yeah, and Jade, she's always spicy. Yeah. So.
Oh well.
Right.
We don't even talk about the whole level.
Right. Joseph said the first hour was awesome. Second hour was a complete mess for one reason or another. We're gonna get into it, Joseph.
We will. We'll circle back to this.
We're gonna get into it because I don't think it wasn't as bad as it could have been, but it could have been better.
There was a little messiness, a little.
Because that promo with Jericho, I was like, he did a little much. You did a little much. It was a lot. I had some friends that are just now getting back into wrestling that were watching.
Oh, no.
And they were like, did he just say that? And I said, he did. He said all that. That was. We'll get into it. We're going to get into it. Let's start at the top. Start at the top.
Let's look at this card.
Card was stacked.
We knew surprises were coming.
Yeah, we had Britt and Samoa Joe facing the Joker. We had Wardlow, of course, with his 10 lashes. Hangman with Takeshita. We had Jericho and Regal, Kyle O'Reilly and Rey Fenix. And, of course, our main event, Jeffrey, Nero, and Adam Cole, Bay. Let's get into it. We got one more comment. Let me see. Child, not laughing already. Baby, this was a mess, and we're going to get into it. Let's start here. You know what? I'm going to let you take this segment because you changed your shirt specifically for this. So I am about to give you just let me know when you want me to put the picture up, but we're going to let you got it, sis. My Dynamite doll, Al, okay. She got it for you.
This is for me. So we knew Joe was coming. There was a Joker coming for Joe. Speculation. Johnny Gargano. Cesaro. Who knows? There was lots of options, right? We've been talking about it for weeks. Who could it be? This one? Didn't see it coming. TBH? I was not in the room. I was in the restroom, which is, I could hear the TV. I was about to wash my hands. I said, no! And I started crying. I'm not lying. Who was it? Who was our Joker? Johnny Elite. How many names does this man have? I don't know, but I love them all. This man. And shout out Ella, our other host, was live tweeting. That's my other Morrison Impact, whatever you want to call this man. Johnny's sister. I lost it. I did. I shed a little tear. He looked amazing. The jacket, the gear. I was not expecting this. Like Joe versus Johnny. Yeah, we don't know if he signed AEW. Would it be nice? Sure. He's got a little teaser. He looked angry. Situations. We're gonna get to this, but I'm gonna just state it here so everyone knows how much I love this man. This man, I love him so much. All the names, I'm so happy he was there. And that match was great. He lifted Joe up. He lifted that man up. And I was like,
he did. He did.
So for half a second, I was like, maybe. And then I was like, sorry, no.
Yeah.
But great match. What did you think of this match?
It was wonderful. I was shocked. Phone bounced across the floor. I was like, this is little, was not expecting that. They have been posting all day about, who it could be. They're making everybody all elite on the little graphics, like they always do. But Johnny showed up and he showed up strong, and I'm glad he did. His wife has been showing up strong everywhere. So he could not half step. There was no option for half stepping. He had to come and bring it, and he did. Like Joseph said, considering that Joe has about 100 pounds on him, Johnny Nitro, Johnny Drip Drip, Johnny Elite, Johnny whatever you want to call him, came out and did his thing. And I really hope that AEW does not fumble the bag here and they sign that man.
In the words of Dave Bautista, give me what I want. I was so excited. I was like, this I'm so excited. I get to see him next week. If I get to see him at AEW and at GCW,
right.
Too much for my little brain. Like,
it's a lot.
This is a gift. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Tony.
Is this the first time we're going to say thank you, Tony, for something?
Yeah. You know what? Screen record this, Tony. So
this might need to be. This might have to be the clip. Might have to be the clip. We're still waiting on our check, Tony. But thank you.
Also, speaking of our checks, do you notice today was called Wild Card Wednesday?
They gonna learn. We know y'all listening to us. Powers that be. We know y'all are listening to us. We have Cash App, we have Zelle, we have Venmo, we have PayPal, Apple Pay, however you want to run the coins. If you want to send a check through the mail, just run the coins that y'all owe us, please.
Again, like if you want to hand me the check personally next weekend, I will hand it to all of, I will make sure it finds Mika and TK. I will make sure. Again, one coincidence. This is getting too weird.
Anyway, great segment, great match. But of course, we know who the winner was. Had to be Joey. Uncle Joe had to pull that one out.
Got a beat down.
Graceful beat down.
Yes. And then.
But a beat down nonetheless.
And then who came? All his friends. Well, what did we say friends? I don't know. Roppongi Vice, Trent, all the boys came. Seems like Johnny Elite, we're gonna call him Johnny Elite for the night, is in this. He had his angry face on when they showed him. So who knows where this is going?
I guess we have to find out, right? Next week or
Next week.
Dynamite. Dynamite. Rampage.
Rampage.
We're on Dynamite.
Yes.
Rampage. Yep. So then next,
What else
we
happened?
have the love of my life being cleared, announced that he is cleared to wrestle. It's the smirk on Matt's face for me.
Right.
I'm going to just say this, friends. I understand it was a work that he was not cleared to wrestle and all of that. But if we are being honest, he should not be wrestling.
I said it
That man
last
is in a
week.
lot of pain. He is dealing with injuries and residual and all of that, and it's starting to show. And as much as I hate to say it, I am glad this is their final run and they're getting to do it together and send them off with a bang. But honey, sugar, listen, I need you to go sit down, Jeff. You have given us enough. You have nothing else to prove to these people. We'll get into the match later, but everything looks so pained. And it's because I know what he told me when I met him. And so my little heart was just like, please, just, we don't have to do this. We don't have to do this.
That's what I said last week. I told Santana, I said, ooh, don't like this.
But we'll get to the results of that match in due time. We will.
Mm-hmm. But he's cleared. The
He's
Bucks
with
came.
clear.
Still
Mhm.
drama.
Of
Those
course.
elite boys love drama.
And you know how they are. Drama queens.
You know.
Next,
Truly,
I
the
think we
most
only have
dramatic
one
of all.
picture of this one, right? Of CM Punk?
Yes.
Just
Yes, I
this
didn't get
one?
a good
Yeah.
picture of the match. Hangman. That was a great match. Also, I should have got a better picture of Punk's shirt because yes,
I
thank you, Punk,
have one,
for-
but it's in my phone. But let me see what it says because I saved it. It says, and I quote. Oh, maybe I didn't save it. Dang. Thought I
But
saved it.
anyways, CM Punk is off for reproductive rights, and we love that for him.
We love that for him, but he's always
Mhm.
an advocate for the girls, and we appreciate
Yep.
that. CM Punk
Mhm.
coming out here with no shame, wearing the shirt that needs to be worn, saying the things that needs to be said. We appreciate you for showing the love for us during this difficult time.
Mhm.
But back to wrestling.
But yes, Hangman,
We had that match.
Takahashi, amazing, great
Mhm.
match.
It was a good match.
Punk was on
Very good
commentary,
match.
so he was out there. That was a great match.
It was. It was very athletic competition. I
That was
love getting
Arby's
to see the
match.
new.
Mhm.
Yeah, I loved getting to see the New Japan kids get out there. I love that. Well, I guess they're not
Mhm.
kids because a lot of them have been wrestling for like 75
DDT.
years. Yes,
They're children when they start. Yes.
right.
But they did mention that he took the belts off of Kenny and Kota Ibushi in DDT, and we love history and Kenny and Miss Kenny.
Sidebar: justice for Kota Ibushi. I'm just gonna say it, and then I'm gonna go on about my business. If you know, you know. The girls that get it, get it. The girls that don't. Justice for Kota Ibushi. Great match, wonderful match,
Great.
beautiful gowns. CM Punk had a moment after. I mean,
Tear
just
down.
go ahead and do the title thing. We're gonna do that at Double or Nothing. Do you think they're gonna put the title on Punk?
I really feel like this can go either way. And I don't want not Punk, Hangman's reign to end because I feel like he hasn't got a good feud to sink his teeth into, and that's not his fault.
Right.
But it might be time for Punk to, maybe because Hangman's a better chaser and maybe this will help him. I don't really know. It's either way. Honestly,
I think that they are gonna put the title on Punk. They've lost nothing having it on Adam, on Hangman. Hangman's done what he could do. But I think the people are ready, and I think Punk has been patient enough. even if it's not a long reign. He's been here, over a year, just hanging out, kicking it, helping others. And I say, why not? I mean, it can only help. Punk's not going to hurt the title picture
No.
at all. So, you know.
So if he's short, do we do Punk summer of Punk to All Out and then we lose, or do we go as far as Full Gear or random Dynamite if he loses?
I said even if it's short, but I truly don't feel like his reign will be short. If they put it on Punk, they're going to let Punk have it. AEW really doesn't do short title reigns except for that little stint with what was going on with Sammy and
The TNT title, that one's
yeah, but they really don't do short title reigns. Jade's held that title for a long time. Britt held the title for a long time before she dropped it to Thunder. Ricky Starks has been holding for. I forget that Ricky Starks is still the FTW champion because he's held it for so long.
He's just an accessory
Who
at this
are our
point.
tag champions? Is it
Jurassic Express though?
Oh yeah, Jurassic Express.
We'll get into that.
They've been holding, you know, so the titles at AEW don't change hands quickly. And if they put it on Punk, because Punk is their guy, like is one of their guys for real, like we all know the truth, it is what it is, they're going to let him run with it for at least a little while.
That is also another thing is they give people a title and expect that to be enough. And
Make
it's
it
not enough. Sometimes it's just a guy holding a belt. And I should care sometimes. And that's what's difficult about AEW.
Yes, Sam, it is a legitimate title. Don't do my friend Ricky like that, okay? Ricky is a nice guy, and he holds his title. And when he came out with Powerhouse Hobbs, we will get to that. I fell to the floor because I love me some Powerhouse Hobbs. That is a big, beautiful black man, and we praise those around here. Yes, great. He came out, and I was like, we are getting part 2 of the match that Al and I loved so much because a couple of weeks to probably a month or 2 back, that banger between the 4 of them was absolutely ridiculous. So we'll get into the whole 3-way tag team thing, but that was, I will say this, Jurassic Express better not take anything away from this match because the 4 of them put on a banger. And if we're adding Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, hopefully we add to the quality and it doesn't just get a jumbled mess and we lose it. But we'll get to that.
But we'll get to that. I'll think about that. I'll say what I have to say later. But yeah, I don't know. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, here's the spice.
This okay. Let me say this. There's spice. And then there is disrespect.
Yep.
And AEW is known for taking low blows at each other and taking shots at each other. But I really feel like, and I hate to say this because y'all know I love Jericho to death. I am a Jericho-holic. I have been for a very long time. But for Jericho to joke about Regal and Mox's addictions, especially with Mox not even being a year out of rehab, that was a little much for me. And you could tell Mox was flustered because he was stumbling through his promo. I don't know if he knew that he was going to say those things. But even the sadness in William Regal's eyes to bring that back up reminds you that we are not in WWE. There are a lot of things that WWE does very wrong, and we stay on their asses about the things that they do very wrong. AEW lets their wrestlers go too far sometimes when they're cutting promos. And I think this is another example, just like the whole Black Bitch promo, just like the I ended racism with my mixed baby promo. This is up there with those for me because addiction is way more serious than being a butt of a joke. And
Mhm.
so, not only did you address William Regal and what was going on, but then, you tried to call Danielson a nerd and, but if he hangs with these guys long enough, um, you'll be popping pills and pouring whiskey down your throat in no time. And it was just like, that's too far. We
Mhm.
just got this man back. He's still healing. Like, you have to be better people, if
Yeah.
that makes sense. I'm not gonna get on my soapbox about it because I was very appalled. I was very much like, whoa, we got to get this
Mhm.
back because this is not good. Even the crowd reactions that they were showing was like,
That was
okay,
the
like that was a little far. It was rough. And I know Jericho is supposed to be a heel, and that's good and great and wonderful. He's a great heel. This didn't feel heelish, and even what you call it said it on commentary. He was like, that was really personal.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna get off my soapbox about it, and we're gonna look at some of these comments. But baby, I did not like that segment. I will tell you that I didn't
No.
like it. It was uncomfortable. Throw it away. That is not the kind of spice that we asked for. We asked for
Don't.
spicy. We did not ask for
Nope.
emotional damage. Okay. So
No. Yeah, I gasped. Like they showed the like girl covering her face, and I was like, "That's me." Like I like it's too much of a dig. Calling Brian Danielson a nerd. Okay, yeah, we've done that. Okay, lame. Fine. We talked about the tea and not that. Keep it that way. Keep it too far. Too far. Like it's gross. It's unnecessary. It's like not even low hanging fruit. It's just gross. It's just like not even childish. It's just I don't even know. Like
yeah. And I mean, you can
it's not
see in Jericho's
entertaining.
face that Jericho was not, he did not seem happy to say these things either. Like, he looked kind of iffy about it. I
Mhm.
just wish that he would have used his veteran's advantage and who he is as a person to say, you know what, we're not going to do that because that's not necessary. There are other things that we can joke about or say, you know, other than this. I'm just
And
saying it
he
just,
and he fully could. Any of the Regal, Mox, any of those guys can go to Tony and be like, I'm not gonna say this.
right.
And he'll
Look
be
at
like,
some of
okay.
these comments. Sammy said, this made
Yep.
me applaud. I mean, I'm just saying. Uh, I don't know who this is in the
No.
comments with that, but okay, thank you. This went on way too
It
long. Jericho's Appreciation
mhm.
Society went into business for themselves. I mean, Joseph with the hot takes. Joseph is always on there, on nail on the head. Yes, it did start going downhill right here. It did.
Mhm.
That was a decline. It wasn't like Jericho's acting like a child. It was like Jericho. Yep. 10 minutes too
Mhm.
long. It went on too long when that
It
comment was
did.
made. It.
Yeah, after that I was done. Wrap it up. Go home. Uh,
I just.
but
I,
but but Moxley saved it with the we thought we were gonna get a Stadium Stampede 3 and he said, I'm not doing that shit.
yeah, he's
And
like,
that
nah.
got me. I got a
He said,
chuckle.
y'all gonna have to wrestle like men today. Y'all gonna have to meet me in the ring. We finna wrestle for real. That we all know that's not what they want to do. Not with Blackpool
Hmm.
Combat Club. They don't play any games. And now you got some angry Puerto Ricans on that side as well. With Santana, Ortiz, and Kingston. I don't think this is gonna fare well for Jericho Appreciation
No.
Society. Especially with Mox yelling anything goes. I was
Oh,
like, oh,
I'm ready.
it's gonna get
However,
dicey.
there's infighting. There was spice between the group.
Well, yeah, there
So
is, but it's one of those
we get
the
all those.
enemy of my enemy is my friend
Yeah,
situations. Is where we're at.
you know, Brian Daniels said you don't need to be picking fights with some spicy Puerto Ricans right now. You
I
should
need you to be
know
focused. I need you to be focused.
you are married to a Bella. You know how they are. Little spicy attitudes. You should just be like, nah. You should just let him go. Let the man go. He's like, he can do what he wants.
I mean, That's enough on this. I think we've given them way too
That
much
was
time. That segment was rough for me. Let me know in the comments if y'all agree. I know Joseph said he agreed. That segment was rough for me. I had to take a step back. And the people, like I said, that were watching,
unnecessary.
they started watching at that point. And so they were just like,
Ooh.
is this what wrestling is now? And I was like,
No.
no. I was like, it's sports entertainment and it's supposed to be beef and all of that. But some of these were low blows that should not have been said. And they were like, yeah, it seemed a little dicey. But then they were able to recover and they were able to see some matches ever after and enjoy that. But put a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth.
Yeah. If you want to get people, that's not how you get people in.
I agree. Well, we're going to move on.
Yeah.
We're going to move on to now it's time to talk about the 4-piece that I love so much. This group of 4 amazing young black talented men that are doing their damn thing right now. We're talking about none other than Swerve, Keith Lee, Ricky Starks, and Powerhouse Hobbs. Okay? Listen. Anything that has Powerhouse Hobbs on it, sign me up. Sign me up.
West Coast represent. He's
I'm
from
there.
the Bay.
I'm there. Just sign me up. But Keith Lee and Swerve, I love them together. It's a thing for me.
Me
I
too.
love
When I was watching it, it's so fun.
it. Is. It really is. Really is.
They
So they
work
had
well.
a match.
They got.
Who did they squash? I don't even know who they fought.
I forgot. Somebody in the comments put I was having again connection errors, so
Right.
I forgot their names.
We know who
but
won.
they squashed them. But that's all that matters. Look at them. Amazing.
Looking great, going over the tag teams. I don't know who they were. I feel like I should, and I don't. I apologize if so. If y'all remember who they fought in the comments, great. After they got their win, they were cutting their promo like they do, and out come Hobbs and Starks, who had something to say. Let me check these comments.
Things to say.
Baskin Swerve, Glory Squash, the Workhorsemen, JD Drake and Anthony.
There we go.
Thank you, Joseph. Can always count on you. Love you so much, Joseph. One of our faithful women's wrestling talk fans, and we appreciate you for always joining us here on the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. Have y'all checked the new intro? Did y'all like the new intro? Let me know. I haven't heard anything. The new intro is adorable. I'm in it, so of course I love it. But
to cut off my own fault. Anyways,
I was late too. I emailed the day of. That's why it's only one clip, but it's fine. Y'all know where I'm at. My face is always in place.
Yeah.
But
I'm on the Instagrams. I'm on the things. You know where I am.
Yes. But then we had this happen.
Yep.
Because after Starks and Hobbs doesn't say much.
No. Strong silent type. We
had the music hit and Jungle Boy and them come out and talk about the 3-way tag match situation for the titles. So I know you said that you had something to say about my comment, which is that I hope that the quality stays high, only because we had that match where Luchasaurus got injured in the arm, and that was a very chaotic match, and there was more than 6 people in that match. And what I don't want is the quality of this match to descend into chaos, because it has the potential to be a very good match, right? So
yeah, and I think the difference is who he's with are not this isn't shade. It's just like you're in there with Keith Lee, you're in there with Swerve. Like they're gonna make sure, like, not gonna be shook. I don't think anything can shake them, and they're gonna be like, well, let's pick it up. Starks, Hobbs. I think if something does go awry this time, this group will pick it up, and that's not shade. It's just sometimes in the heat of the moment, you panic, your fight or flight. You're like, whoa. and that happens. But I think this group, if something crazy happens, they'll be able to like shift really quickly. But that is not going to happen. It's going to be great. Nothing's going to happen. But that's just how I feel like. And you're going to add them in, and I think they're going to be. It's going to be an amazing match.
I think so.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
We're getting new tag champions. I bet you we're getting new tag champions. Who?
Okay,
I don't know.
who are they going to put them on? Okay, so you don't know yet. You don't know.
I don't know yet.
Another.
I don't like because it's so
I'm gonna be
good.
honest.
Okay.
Put them on Bask and Swerve Glory.
Ooh, okay.
And I know I am a powerhouse stan. I understand, but they have the chemistry to make those tag titles enjoyable on the mic and in the ring. And imagine them versus FTR for the titles.
Ooh.
Right. 6-star FTR. Let's just call it what it is. I think they should be put on Baskin and Swerve Glory. If y'all are still here and you want to interact, comment in the comments and let us know who should come out of Double or Nothing, the tag team champions, out of Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs, retaining Jungle Express, or Swerve Strickland. And
wait, I just had a thought. What if this is the night Christian turns on Jurassic Express?
But for who? Just in general? No, just cost them the match?
Maybe after that, maybe they lose and then he's disappointed, like Tico's full disappointed dad, and he slaps him around and he's done with it, you know?
Well, didn't Billy Gunn just leave his sons? Didn't that something happen?
Aren't they hanging out with the Acclaimed? Their friends?
That was happening? We don't really know what goes on with the Ass Boys sometimes. It's a lot with them. No. But
they're on Rampage hanging out.
I know that it's about time for Christian to turn, but also like I don't necessarily think he needs to. Christian, for those who don't know, the Christian from WWE, now Christian Cage, has really helped to elevate them. And I think they can stand to continue to benefit from his assistance. So I agree. I think I don't want him to turn on them, but
what if they turn on him? Just in time for Jurassic Park movie, Evil Luchasaurus.
Evil Luchasaurus. You know, I don't hate that. I don't hate them turning on him because they can be like, you know. Oh, I agree with that 1,000%, Joseph. Joseph said I was confused as to why people want Christian Cage to turn. He has been on a better asset to Jurassic Express than Marco Stunt was. Marco Stunt can't even be an asset for himself. And I said what I said. Write the timestamp down. I don't care. Spicy take coming in. Marco
Stunt. That is all you.
Anyway. Any Hooser, any hoodle doodle.
That is all her opinion.
That is not the opinion of Women's Wrestling Talk. Is the opinion of me, Meek the Mage. Come see me, but argue with your mama about it because I don't have nothing to say. I said what I said, but you're absolutely right, Joseph. Christian Cage has completely elevated them, and I just really hope they don't do the stupid thing and break them up. I will say that AEW is very slow with the breakups. They drag me out.
You could have just ended at slow because we still don't know what's going on with Julia Hart. She's still.
That was going to be my example, but you're right. This is the slowest turn I've ever seen in my life with this Julia Hart situation. And if we're going to go on a tangent about House of Black, now Fuego and Dark Order are involved. How many feuds is House of Black in at one time? All of them.
Like they are.
All of them. They're just gonna fight everybody. Malachi put the glass eye in, and he said, "You know what? Let's go, everybody, anybody, whoever, bring it. All Elite Wrestling, or as I like to call them, All Express Wrestling, because they do everything fast. but then also all easy wrestling because they do everything slow. Also all faction wrestling because there are no singles wrestlers anymore. Everybody belongs to somebody. It's Tony Khan. It's that erratic Tony Khan energy. I feel like that permeates sometimes in whatever is going on, right?
I need a full. I want to see his chart. I know he's a Libra, but I want to see what other placements are in here because it's chaotic.
Crazy.
That too.
Crazy.
You need a Virgo
Crazy.
to help you. Can just kind of just nudge you.
There not be no Scorpio in here. He better not be out here embarrassing us. But this erratic energy, I don't think has anything to do with us. I think this is this is some fire and some air stuff going on. But anyway, I off of astrology.
Sorry.
Yes, I'm gonna pick Swerve and Keith Lee. That's what I would want to leave with the titles. No hate to Jungle Boy. Love you, Jungle Boy. Shout out to your girlfriend MJ. Love her too. But I'm going with Keith Lee and Swerve.
That's fair. Like I said, I could see it either way. You know, I know we're gonna see new champs. I would be surprised if they kept the titles.
We said that, but then Britt kept the title for 3 pay-per-views.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
ended up dropping it to somebody that she beat just in the previous pay-per-view when she could have just dropped it then.
Again, Tony Khan chaotic energy.
Just saying. That's why I said it may not be far-fetched that they retain either.
Maybe.
I don't know. Let's move on from these.
Anyways.
Ones. I'm not even going to say nothing about this picture because you grabbed a great screenshot. I am not one to be attracted to this particular type of man, but this picture Willow is great.
You know, I had another option, but at that one, I said, that's the one.
That's the one. It's the smirk on the face. It's the handcuffs. It's the, this is all bullshit look to me. I loved it. We're still going around the mountain with Wardlow and MJF. And I don't know if we're ever going to get off this crazy train.
God, I hope it's just done I hope it's done at Double or Nothing to let that man be free of MJF.
I mean, I'm sick of him coming out of handcuffs. I'm really tired of this. I thought tonight was going to be the night that he was going to pop the cuffs.
No.
I feel like that has to happen where he just has this like brute strength moment and just like pops the cuffs.
Maybe
and then like goes off on everybody.
Yeah, you would have thought. Maybe next week. No.
But no.
Again, why would that make sense? That makes too much sense.
Joseph. Maxwell can't write checks his mom and daddy can't cash. He knows he's screwed in Double or Nothing. He is definitely screwed because he has to actually fight this man. And he has been yanking this man's chain, for lack of better words, for the better part of 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of the segment? I mean, we had this happen.
Yeah, that happened after he took his beating.
It was what, 10 lashes?
10 lashes, but you know, they didn't at first they were doing nothing, you know. We don't keep shame around here. He was fine with it. I think that segment was the beginning of that segment was for a couple certain people.
Oh yeah, the beginning of that segment was definitely I would say in a nice way a fantasy fulfiller for some people. Some people definitely got what they paid for.
Yep.
Maybe a little more than what they paid for.
But how many times have we seen MJF whip somebody with a belt?
But how many times did it look like that?
It did not.
Okay.
It did not.
I did not think so. We had a whole dog collar match that did not look like this. This looked like it should have been on only AEW. Okay. Like
don't give them ideas.
That should have been premium live event content that y'all have to pay for because I was like,
what time? First of all, everyone, I'm in California, so it was like about 6 o'clock.
I was like, dang.
Okay. What time is it? I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. I was like, well, this is where we're at. Okay.
That was spicy.
Definitely spice. Definitely was giving spice. Love that for them. Love that for anybody that enjoyed that. But they finally had to make it look like something, and they
Low
have to
blows.
make them look. I don't want to say soft, but they have to make them look weak sometimes. Even though we all know that at any moment the beast can pop the cuffs and kick that man's ass. It just is what it is. But we allow the fantasy to continue for another week.
MJF doing the usual MJF. Usual.
The use Burberry scarf energy. It is what it is. Well, moving on to your favorite.
Yes.
Let's get into some Ray Phoenix. Take it away, doll. I know you want
Ray
it.
Phoenix, Kyle O'Reilly. So good. This was everything. I love. Guys know I love Penta and Phoenix. Death Triangle is great. Love it. Love Alex's energy. That's my goal. I want to be that to somebody. Like, he's living his best life.
You're right, because he is.
He's happy to be there. Penta says this match was so good. They beat the crap out of each other, flying everywhere. Ugh, so good. They're just
we
so
had a winner.
good. We did have a winner, and it was
you want to reveal it?
Kyle O'Reilly.
Kyle took it.
Kyle.
He took it.
Which is interesting. We'll get to that later. An interesting win.
You want to get to it later, or you want to get to it now?
We can get. You want to skip around? You know what? We'll do the ladies last.
Let's do the ladies last.
Okay. So we'll get in the main event. Adam Cole, Bay, and our boy, love of our lives, Jeff Hardy.
Look.
How did it start? How did this match start?
It's pissing me off. I'll tell you how it started. I was in the middle of receiving a great Jeff Hardy pelvic thrust, and then this.
Yeah.
You just coming in hot. You can't wait. You got to attack the man and start the match immediately. That's how it started. So like I said, pissing me off is how this match started.
Adam is very, he is a slimy guy. Last week he won with the sharpshooter. He's beating people from behind. He's slimy. I love that for him.
When you hang with the butt long enough,
you either wear ugly clothes or you become real slimy. Thankfully, he's just slimy.
I don't think Britt's gonna let him succumb to the fashion sense. Thank God. But
she would never.
But the slimy, I don't like
not
it.
Letting him come like
that. Anyway, match was good, even though we were in picture for most of it. And I feel like
see,
it was done for a reason, I think, though, because again, Jeff is hurting. So I think displaying it full, because they could have, would have shown Jeff's, what's the word I want to use? Exhaustion.
He was a little slower.
Very deliberate in his moves. Everything that connected was very painful. His downtime was very slow. His getting up was very slow. Jeff he's getting to that point. And for that reason, we had to watch that whole match pretty much picture in picture. But I'm going to say it again, Al. I'm ready. I'm ready for him to just tour and do his music and be with his wife.
Do you want him like a Matt? Do you want him hanging out with a younger talent? You want him in a bless you.
Thank you.
Would you like him in a managery next generation kind of thing? Would you like to see that?
I could live with that. I could definitely live with that. I would not be mad at that. I also just want him to rest.
Yes.
And I think that's okay.
Because
even if
he'll be back.
even if he trains or, whatever.
Producer.
He knows bangers. He's been in bangers. I'm good with any of that if he doesn't necessarily want to leave wrestling, but active wrestling 1 to 2 times a week at this point, and well, more than that if you count Dark and Elevation, it's too much. And
He was doing
that's
indie shows
coming
this
from the
week too,
person
right?
yeah, and that's coming from the person that can never get too much Jeff Hardy. It's too much for him. It's too much for his body. Like he has to. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, the match itself was good. Match was good for what it was. Adam Cole got the victory. It felt like Matt was out there in more of a big brother, keeping my little brother safe capacity. It didn't feel like a manager. It felt like Matt was kind of watching over Jeff, kind of just making sure he doesn't take, because this is a match that Jeff did not do a lot of high flying maneuvers at all. I think he did 2.
Yeah. Not a lot.
Which is unusual for him. So it seemed more like a grounded match, which made it pretty interesting, which is understandable as to why Adam Cole Bebe was able to get the win. But yeah, got the win. And then what happened? Al, to piss me off even more?
Those damn Bucks. And I say that with love because I love the Bucks. But those damn Bucks come in, interfere, and, well, after the match, they attack, of course, as the Elite Boys do, with their outfits.
Terrible. The man got a hot pink giraffe two-piece on, and I'm supposed to be... Never mind. Go ahead.
Intimidated, yes. I would just like to know where he bought that, because I would like to wear that this summer, because I think it's
probably on Amazon, and I'll get on Amazon and I'll send you the link.
There's a BT where they went to a Burlington, so I guess.
Maybe Ross.
Maybe Ross. They spend a lot of money on shoes, but not their clothes. They
look thrifted. I'm gonna call it what it is, but whatever.
They
whatever.
beat up the Hardys. Sting and his son Darby Allin come out, and they beat poor Sting up. Put his leg in the chair. What was it, Shivani? What did he say? That's his leg or something. How did he end that?
Break his leg.
Oh.
Foolish, okay? Foolishness. Wait, we got comments. What's going on? Adam Cole and Jeff Hardy's match was obviously cut short due to Jericho going into business for himself. Joseph! We will get to the Joker. We decided to put him in last. So we will get to the Joker situation. I'll put that up in a second, Joseph, because you're coming in hot, but I just wrote an article about this lady. So, Jericho Appreciation Society probably did take a little time from that match. And also, I'll tell you what else took time from that match.
Oof.
I'm just going to say it. Again, Mother's Day has passed. So you are free to argue with your mother about this because I'm not debating y'all. That segment was trash. It was absolutely terrible. Sheeta was terrible. I'm sorry, not Sheeta. Serena Deeb, bald head girl, terrible. Dusty was dusty. And then you had Thunder come out there, and although Thunder tried to save the situation, it was made worse because it was a very poor attempt to hold her back. She looked confused. We could see the belt didn't connect. It was a botch fest on top of a trash-ass promo segment. Argue with your mother. I don't care if those are your favorite wrestlers. It was bad. It was bad. It was bad.
Listen, I have been saying this buildup was not going to be good, but good Lord, this was...
Joseph always coming in with the facts. You will hear disagreement from me. This is trash and stupid. Timing of it sucked considering what happened this week. Tony was taking a shot at Vince because of Sasha and Naomi walking out. Well, listen, I'm going to walk out too on AEW if we get another goddamn segment like that trash shit we got tonight. I don't want it. I don't want it. I didn't ask for this. Serena Deeb is supposed to be a locker room leader. And if you are supposed to be showing people how promos go, that was not it. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Sam said this feud is not entertaining. Just Thunder is this champion. Jesus. Joseph says this is an embarrassment to the women's championship at Double or Nothing. Rosa is the women's champion. Outside of the street fight, what has Serena Deeb done to get this title shot? Nothing. Well, she has conducted 5-minute wrestling classes to all of the girls who've wrestled 3 total matches in their lifetimes.
In a cheap robe. And yeah, I get it. I get what you've been through, Serena. We've seen your career. We understand, but oof. And I didn't understand Dustin being there. It was so random. Like,
the energy was so misguided. Like, you're angry at the wrong people.
Yeah.
CM Punk is backstage. If you want beef with somebody, have beef with the man that shaved your head on live TV.
That would have been better if she would have just come in
with the wrong people, baby. And I'm not being funny. I'm being serious. Direct the energy where it goes, because you're trying to force this to be a segment about how you deserve to be respected, when the reason that people don't respect you was backstage.
If WWE does this all the time, where they have somebody out and then somebody comes in and they have an interaction, they could have. I'm sorry. Oh, but it wasn't 6:45, so it wasn't the women's time. But they could have had her come out and interrupt Punk's little interaction with Hangman, and been like, "You're the reason," and blah blah blah. That would have made way more sense.
You know what I would have preferred? Do one of those backstage sitting down chair, like Dakota Kai did for most recently for well, what's her name now? Raquel Hernandez, Martinez, whatever. Rodriguez. Goddamn, they changed the girl name. They just changed the last name and was like, "Here, go, new person." It's same person, but
it's better than
the way that Dakota cut that promo. If Serena Deeb would have cut something similar, it would have had way more of an effect. You know what I mean? Just you don't need to interact with these people who had nothing to do with your career being bad. Sit in that chair and stand flat-foot on who you are and convince these people why they should care about you. Because at this point, if I don't ever see you on AEW programming again, okay. Because you're giving this feud nothing. Thunder, and I'm not even a big Thunder Rosa fan, but she is putting this feud on her back and she's trying, and it's just not giving anything. She's not going to drop to Serena at Double or Nothing. She's not.
No. And if, unfortunately, this is showing Serena's weakness, and if you're putting her in this main title picture and people are like, "I don't want it, I'm not buying what you're selling," that's not good. That's not a good look. When TK interviewed Thunder Rosa and we said, "Hey, what are you going to say to Serena?" and she had a scathing things to say to Serena, I was like, I'm ready. And I'm like, oh wait, back to square one. But in the moment, talking to Thunder and her being like, "This is why we're fighting," it made sense. And I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm ready for this match. This didn't make me want to watch it. Now I'm back to I don't want to watch it. You gave me no reason. You looked weird, it was random, and you're just yelling at these men for what? You yell at the person. Why couldn't you just have her backstage, a backstage segment where you find Thunder Rosa and say, "This is this," like you said, and sit down or something? It doesn't make sense. It's again what I was saying. Put the belt on somebody and make that important. That's not all there is. You have to put something that people can sink their teeth into to want to buy your shows. to care about this person as your champion, and to see them go and defeat the next person and the next person and want them to win, and not just be like, I don't like her because she doesn't do anything. Please God, I hope she wins. They don't want it to be a default.
Honest. Let's be brutally honest. If Sheeta gets that title, it's going to do nothing for the division.
See, he's going to give us. Serena. You keep calling her Sheeta, so that's not even a good look.
If Serena gets the title, if Baldhead Girl gets the title, it's going to give nothing, honestly. It's not going to give anything greater than what we got tonight. Think about that, fans. Is that what you want for your women's champion? We went from Britt to Thunder Rosa, who admittedly struggles with her promos, and we get what we can from her, and she does what she can, but she's a amazing in-ring performer.
Yeah.
If she drops to Baldhead Girl, what will y'all be getting? Let me know.
And the thing
Russell said it's unfortunately going to be a bathroom break match at Double or Nothing. That's going to suck. Sam said Serena cut a horrendous promo just like Brandy. You know what?
At this point,
I'm not getting on my soapbox about Brandy Rose tonight. I'm not doing it because.
But we said, Thunder Rosa doesn't give you promos that we talk about her skills, but you can still feel the energy is there, the passion is there. There's something that you're like, okay, I understand what your point is if it's not correct. Serena just acting there looking crazy, just ranting and raving to who. So it's weird. It was weird.
Super weird. Super duper weird.
Makes sense.
Moving along to more important things.
Yes.
The last match. Well, it wasn't the last match of the night, but the last match we're going to cover. Mm-hmm. We had the DMD fighting her Joker. Yes. Mm-hmm. The DMD fighting her Joker. And would y'all like to know who the Joker was? Should we reveal the Joker?
I think so.
Okay.
Yes.
Maki Itoh, the fallen idol, is back. We love Maki here. I will admit, the first time I saw Maki, I was like, what is this insane energy from this big-headed person? Like, what is going on here? And the more I watched her, the more I just giggled because she's funny. But then when I had to write an article, go check out my article. I dropped an article on Maki Itoh. Don't miss it. About her history, then it makes sense. She is a entertainer. That's what she does. She was an idol over there, doing her thing. Girl group 5, 6, 7, 8, and wrestling at the same time, which is why her energy is just so sporadic. But I don't think that I was expecting Maki.
I think I said it, but I didn't believe it because I was like, if you want to do a Forbidden Door, get Maki. I think.
But is it forbidden? Because the Joshi have been wrestling at AEW since the beginning.
Well, absolutely. But, Forbidden Door. They're going to just get the people that were already there for the women. But, yeah, I also, but I wasn't really expecting. I was like, that's a name we could throw out. I was expecting Athena. That's
who I wanted, but
exactly.
We can't all get what we want. So,
maybe one day. We'll see.
You're right.
Saw after Johnny came out, I said, "Ooh, is it Taya?" And I was like, "She's been on everything. Maybe it's Taya."
Taya tired. Let that lady rest.
Which is why I was like, "Ooh." I didn't want it to be Taya because I was like, "Well, she's on everything. Let's give her some time."
Right. I've been saying it was Maki only because of her history with Britt. It was real cute. We got a hug in the beginning because, of course, Maki has been out of the States. She's been back home. So I'm sure her and Britt have not been able to see each other. They do have an up and down history, but overall, still pretty decent friends. And then the chaos started.
Yeah, I don't think they're friends after tonight.
I mean, if someone puts their middle finger on my face like Maki did Britt, I don't think we're going to be friends. I know that's Maki's thing, but
I'll be your friend, Maki.
And she tried to roll that girl up. She tried
She
to beat her in the first 10 seconds of the match.
That was genius. She said, "Oh my god, hey girl, yeah, I totally got you. I'm just gonna lay here." And Britt was like, "Sweet," and she said,
The deadliest move in wrestling history, the fruit roll up, was applied, and luckily Britt was able to kick out because that was going to be the end for Brittany Baker.
Could you imagine?
I would have cackled.
What in the WWE?
I would have cackled. Anyway,
But she didn't win. So good, so fun. They mentioned that she got a hard-o head. She hit those ropes, and then she smiled. And Britt's like, "What?" Britt, you know her moves. So like, why are you surprised? So fun. I think at first the crowd was like, "Meh," which I was like, "Oh, how dare you!"
Well, not for long though, because then they started
Yeah.
chanting the Maki Itoh and the DMD at the same time. I think people unfortunately have forgot about the Joshi because they haven't really been able to stay cleared to travel to wrestle. That's what happened with Sheeta. She posted that she could not travel. If she was not injured, she could not get cleared to travel in time, which is why Chris Statlander is taking her place with Red Velvet. We'll get to that segment, baddie segment. Jade looked amazing as always. The orange dress with the naked sides. It is what it is. But back to the match. The Joshi are having a lot of trouble, and so I think people were surprised at first and taken aback, and then it was like, oh, it's Maki Itoh.
I gasped again. I didn't cry, but I gasped. I was ready. I hope she sticks around. Oh, well, didn't end so well for Maki, but it ended with, yep, just like that. Now, I expected a little more shenanigans from the friends.
Well, yeah, I did too. They were very quiet tonight.
Yeah, they were. Britt told them something. I don't know what happened there.
I don't know, but they were very quiet.
I don't know what happened there. They were.
They
just
did not.
Watched.
They didn't do the things.
Britt moves on, and who is she facing?
Well,
that beautiful angel.
That beautiful lady.
Yes, so that is our updated bracket.
We got Toni Storm, Britt Baker on that side, and Ruby to find out who she's facing out of Chris Statlander and Red Velvet. Honestly, I think that match can go two ways. It can go either way. And the reason is because either they can have Jade interfere for Red Velvet to move on and then set up Red Velvet to go against Britt, whatever, or Toni. Or they can have Chris go over and set Chris up to either fight Toni or Britt, which is either time to fight your friend or time to fight the person that you don't necessarily like. I don't think either way it's going to change anything for me. I don't expect Red Velvet to win. This whole baddie banana club that's going on right now with them. It's cute. It's super freaking cute. I love that Jade has her little minions, but Red Velvet is not. She wrestles in fast motion. She wrestles like someone with the fast forward button and just let her go. And the other opponent is trying to keep up. Her and Sasha Banks would have a great match because Sasha wrestles very similarly, very quick. We would be watching Speedy Gonzalez. I'm just saying, Speedy Gonzalez versus the Roadrunner. They would be having a banger. That's how
break our necks.
I would just have to put it on YouTube and put it on like 0.5 speed and watch it regular.
Interesting. Oh, yeah, because
Joseph, that's a good point, but we honestly do not know what the purpose of this tournament is. We don't know what they're getting. They're just wrestling at this part.
But does it Really? Well, that's you said that, and you said that.
How do you feel about that?
Oh, I think she was amazing Joker. I lost it. Yes, Maki Itoh simp. Yes, I am. Okay, yes, love. This is a stan account for Maki Itoh. She could do no wrong in my book. So you could be disappointed, but I was not, and I think most people were not. But that's your opinion, and that's my opinion.
Child, y'all spicy. Y'all spicier than the show. I'll give you that.
It's wild. It's Wild Wednesday.
Supposedly, it wasn't wild. It was just disrespectful.
Now here's where it's wild. This is where the wild actually is.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so did they hint at anything for next week yet?
I don't think so.
Check the Twitter.
Interesting. I think because it ended with the over. Like it went over.
Yeah, it kind of just went to black after.
They were setting up a lot of Rampage things. They weren't really setting up Dynamite.
That's true.
Which is interesting because it's.
Oh, that's the cutest picture. Sorry, I got on Twitter to check on Dynamite, and there's a picture of Danhausen, Maki Itoh, and Hook.
Oh, I saw that.
Oh, that's so cute.
That's a stable I want to see.
The chaos of it all. I just can't.
They would mess with that. Oh, it would be so fun. Anyways, yeah, they were doing Rampage. We have Chris. We got Red Velvet. We have randomly Matt Sydal and Dante Martin are challenging for the
whatever that was about.
Yeah, a lot of challenges didn't make sense. Oh, we got a reunited Roppongi Vice. Love to see it. Challenging Dex and Cash. No, you don't like Roppongi Vice?
What for? Why?
I don't know.
Why?
I like it. I'm just saying. I like Rocky Romero. I like him.
You do. You do like Rocky Romero. It all just feels like replay after replay after replay after replay. Nobody's writing anything new. They're like, you know what? We wrote these things 3 months ago. Just go with them. Just keep going with them. We're not changing anything. Just keep doing whatever the hell you've been doing this whole time. Do that. Do some more of that. I don't care if it's good or bad. Just do some more of that. So, yeah, Bobby, I saw that. Mercedes Martinez versus Trisadora for the yeah, whatever. Mercedes retained, if I remember correctly. So, it is what it is.
She did. I caught the end of that.
I'm not a big Trisadora fan, so it is what it is. But
spicy.
Yeah. You know, I come with the spice. I mean,
you do come with the spice. I would say I love Trisadora.
I love that for you. I love that for you.
I love her.
I love
very kind to me when I met her. She's very
I'm glad because she's the opposite for me.
Oh.
Anyway,
everyone has their things. Anyways, moving on. So, yeah, we don't know what's happening in Dynamite next week, which is weird. It's the go home. It's our final Dynamite before Double or Nothing. They will be in Vegas. It's the start of their Vegas week. I will not be there. But it's the start of their Vegas takeover. So, it should be good.
Let's be hopeful. I mean, they got to give us a little more spice before the end of this, at least, right?
Yeah.
So,
I don't know what they're doing.
Hopefully we'll see it, but if not, then I don't know what to tell y'all. We gonna have the spicy meter next week.
Yes,
y'all. Have to get a cute little made, a little spicy meter. I'm gonna get on Canva tonight and see what I can come up with spicy. And we'll have y'all. You know what we're gonna start doing? Whoever's in the comments. We got 6 people is showing me live. It may be more than that. I don't know. If you watch Dynamite, give me a peppers. So 5 being the spiciest out of the peppers. Zero being we ain't even put no peppers in there. How spicy was this Dynamite? So if you're here in the comments, give me a comment how spicy you thought the show was. Ow.
Ooh.
0 to 5.
It's a 1 to 5?
How many
Okay.
peppers? How many peppers do you give the show?
You know, 3? I wouldn't say they're good peppers, but they were solid 3.
A solid 3 peppers.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with 2.5 peppers. One of the halves dropped on the floor and the cat got to it, so we just didn't even use it. Yeah, we just, and it had no
Dusty.
seeds. There was no seeds in the peppers and put into the show. We'll give it a 2.5 peppers, and the half is
Okay.
the entire Jericho segment because
Yep.
spicy, yes. Bobby gives it 2 peppers on the 2 peppers on the spicy pepper scale. I will also say, AEW, thank you for listening to us and taking Sammy and Tay off of our TV for a little while. I appreciate you
They
because
were on Rampage.
again, not on Dynamite.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
doing their thing over in AAA as the mixed tag champions or whatever they're doing. Great. Picasso, stay over there.
Maybe
If they
that's
would
why
have
I
done the
enjoyed the
show,
show better.
I'm telling you.
That's it. That's why I
We don't
thought it
have
was a
to see
great
that
show.
relationship flaunted around like it's just the best damn thing in the world. But
Good for you being happy, but I don't need to see it.
I don't care to see it. It just
Nope.
it serves no relevance to me. But whatever. Um, I like Bobby. We're gonna end with the 2 pepper special, Bobby. So Al, tell these people where they can find you.
Oh yeah, as you can see, you can find me at Alia. That's 2 underscores on everything. Follow my podcast, Kayfabe Queens. Follow me now because I will be in Vegas next week, so you can see all of that. Follow Women's Wrestling Talk. I will be posting from there. Lots of fun things happening next week, so just start following me now so you're prepared. Start following Wrestling Talk. I can speak English, and you'll see all the cool things. And catch me again Sunday. Turnbuckle Glam.
Absolutely. Let's see. I
Oh
am
yeah.
at the page on all the things. I had to think because I have a couple of new shows dropping this week. Tomorrow night is Creep Squad After Dark with Faye Jackson and Lovely. That will be a late night Twitch show. It is going to
That's not
be a
even
lot of
spicy.
antics. It
That's
is
steamy.
it is 5 on the pepper scale. It is spicy. I am just running the
Ooh.
back end of it, but I will tell you that if you want some good foolishness, join us on that show tomorrow night. It'll be the first ever, and we'll do that bi-weekly for y'all. I also have a new show dropping Saturday morning, where we're going to do the indie wrap up and just kind of recap what our indie women have been doing this week. Talk about, Ring of Honor and Empower and, all of the things that we can find, what's going on with the people. And then, of course, your Sunday special with the Salt Shakers and the Dynamite Dolls, Turnbuckle Glam. We will be there live and in full effect. All of this on Twitch hits YouTube and everything else after. Also, check out the rest of the schedule. Monday, we have the news with Nikki at noon. We have the post show for Raw with Salt Shakers, Nikki and Santana, after your Monday Night Raw, watching Desirable Abilities. We still don't have it out for Tuesday, but that's a prime time to go back and watch all of our old stuff. We got some wonderful interviews, things like that have dropped. If you haven't checked out Thunder Rosa, go see Thunder Rosa. If you haven't checked out Anna J, go see Anna J. There's some coming down the pipeline you don't want to miss, I promise. I just saw a DM in our Twitter and I was like, ooh, that's going to be good. Wednesday, join us here. Here, Dynamite Dolls. Got to join us here. Thursday, we have a lot of shows on Thursday. We have the NXT and NXT UK recap. We have news. We have the Impact recap. And we have Creep Squad After Dark. So we have all of these things going on at the same time on Thursday. So you can get all of the content you ever wanted from us.
Just leave it on.
And all of it. And then Friday, of course, y'all know we have SmackDown and Rampage. Saturday, we have our indie show, and then Sunday, Turnbuckle Glam. So if you cannot get enough of us,
Obviously,
there's more than enough content for you to consume. I promise. We love y'all. Thank y'all for joining us on the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. I'm Mika. This is Al, your Dynamite Dolls, and we will catch y'all next week. Bye.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet.